back with another episode of Sit Down here, man. I'm your host, Ern, man. Got Jay Miner, usual too. And then we got a very special guest, man. Pitt's finest, Elliot Donald, man. Welcome to the show.
What's going on, man? I appreciate y'all getting me on, man, having me, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Long
sir,
time
man.
coming, bro.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Appreciate you hopping on the show. I know you and Ern, as well as my cousin Noah, y'all tied in real close. So
Mhm.
first time getting to meet you, as well as just getting the audience a chance to get to know a little bit about you. Just tell us a little bit about your upbringing, growing up in Pittsburgh. Obviously, as we're going throughout the episode, we're gonna find out you definitely related to a big time guy in the NFL. But just talk a little bit about you and your upbringing.
Yeah, man. So I'm born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, man. Moved around a lot, man. I got a strong family background, man. My earliest memories was living with my grandmother, me, my mom, my grandmother, my uncle Aaron, man, and my earliest memories was those days going down the street, the Penn Hills High School, watching my uncle Aaron play. Then driving up Toledo on Saturdays, watching my uncle Archie play, man. So I just was from the jump, man. Just was born into a football family, man. Football was huge. Um, all I ever wanted to do, all I knew before now was football, man. Around the time I turned 10 years old, it was the January before my 11th birthday. My grandfather took me under his wing, man, took me down to go work out with him in a dungeon, man. I don't know if everybody know what that is, but if you know, you know.
For sure.
He took me down there when I was 10 years old, man. That was my workout partner, man, 2 times a week, every Tuesday and Thursday with my grandfather. Then he would go take me up to speed training with Dwayne Brown at 2 tenths. Every Saturday. I hated that. I was a little chubby kid.
Mm.
I wasn't too fat, but I
Yeah.
wasn't I wasn't trying to run, man. But yeah, man, and just was born into a football family, man. Just use football to get a free education, man, and using it now, man, to impact the lives of the youth in my city, man. So
Yeah,
That's
man.
amazing.
So yeah, just talk about it a little bit more. So your grandpa played, man. Like, did it really start? Did it start with your grandpa? Or like, who started the football family in the Donald?
yeah, 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 yeah. So my
Street.
grandfather, he played D line, bro. He went to I forget what school. He went to HBCU though.
Oh,
Mm.
word.
My mom was either he got hurt or my mom was born, something like that, and he came back. So, but yeah, man. So from there it was my uncle Archie. My uncle Archie was a beast, man. A lot of people don't know, man. My uncle Archie was like that, bro.
Mm.
Went out to Toledo. He led the team in tackles like all 4 years he played. Ended up getting picked up by the Browns. And right before the season started, man, he had some crazy nerve injury to his shoulder, something like
Man.
Wow.
that. Yeah, so yeah, but my uncle Archie was the first one to really like kind of go forward with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it definitely was one of my biggest inspirations. So
For sure.
Thanks. And you said when you was 10 years old, grandpa took you down to that dungeon, got you with them workouts. So in the Donald family, did you kind of have a choice whether you were playing football or was it kind of what's understood don't need to be said, like you playing football type of thing?
well, I mean, I don't know, man. I never looking at all my little cousins and everything now, man. It's like, man, you do whatever you want, but you got to do something. You
Mm.
know what I mean? But with me, I never like they never had to call me and be like, "Come on, man!" Like
Yeah.
if anything, I was calling them. So when my grandfather gave me that call, oh yeah, I could work. All right, bet, and I fell in love with it, man. I was watching all these workout videos on
Yeah.
YouTube and everything
Wow.
like that. But yeah, man. So they never like it never had to be something like what's understood don't need to be explained. It's something that I was ready to jump into, man. So as
Facts.
soon as I got that green light, as soon as I got that call, man, I just took off with it.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It sounded like you just was just destined for it, huh?
Hmm.
Man, I
Yeah.
was I was ready for it though, man. It definitely helped me out a lot though, man. Molded me. And you gotta realize outside of just working out, man, being able to just be with my grandfather twice a week, 3 times a week, it
Hmm.
showed my game. From when I was 10 years old for years, I was able to think different. I started moving a little different. Just being with an old head, man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
Hmm.
my grandfather, man. You know what I mean? We was like my best friend at the time. I talked to my grandfather about everything, like, you know what I
That's
mean?
real.
So But just getting a different view on life at 10 years old from an elder.
Hmm.
So now it wasn't just, just working out, man, but it was really just a learning experience from life in general, man. I learned a lot from my grandfather, man.
Yeah, because
For
that's
real.
big right there. You just saying talk about your grandfather. A lot of people,
Yeah.
like they got some figures in their life, but it don't click for them like to listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they'll have all these figures in their life telling them good stuff, but a lot of them don't listen and like apply that
Yeah, but
life.
my grandfather, man, he's the you think of a macho man, alpha male, my grandfather. I ain't never wanted to test my grandfather now, you know what I
Come
mean?
on, bro.
So, man,
Hmm.
when my grandfather spoke, man, it was
That was it.
What
yeah,
it
like you know
was.
what I mean? And I had nothing but trust. I trust my granddad 110% in love for him, whether he was wrong or right. But like I said, man, I was my idol. Like that's what I looked up to, you know what I mean? And yeah, man.
So man, I know you referenced this age a few times, talking about you're 10 years old. So did you like, does that one that it click for you that you like really want to do football? Oh no, I wouldn't say click for football, but like when you no, when did it click for you for football? Because obviously coming out, you was a 4 star, getting all these offers. I scrolled through the list a little bit. You had all these big time offers. When did it
Facts.
click for you that you was good at football? You can make it, really
Honestly, bro. Oh, when I was good or when I wanted to do it?
go both.
Both.
All right. Honestly, bro, when I one of my first earliest memories, bro, when I was living with my grandmother, my mom, my uncle, going to those games, man, and just sitting up there, and my uncles is out there making plays, so I'm
Yeah.
cheering, having fun, and then I look over and see my grandmother and my grandfather, how happy they were, excited.
Mhm.
Like I said, those were some of my earliest memories, man, and so I knew from there, I'm like, oh yeah, man, this is what I'm gonna do. And then honestly, too, when my uncle got drafted at that
Yeah.
draft party, man, I ain't gonna lie, I was busting out crying, man. I was like, yeah, I was like 11,
Yeah.
maybe 10, 11. Man, I started busting out crying, man. I'm like, oh yeah, man. See, I can do this. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I
No, I feel
mean?
yeah.
And then you said when did I think I was good at football?
Yeah, we can be like, no, I'm really like that.
It wasn't until high school, probably,
Hmm.
because I always like, I don't, but you gotta realize it's from a young age. All I had to base everything off of was the best defensive tackle to ever play, and my uncle Archie, who's my
Facts.
dog too. So in my mind, it wasn't never like I could have been balling. I was balling, but I was never like, oh man, I'm shady because I knew how far away I was from them. I wasn't nothing
Hmm.
like that. But probably probably like 10th grade year though, because I didn't know going into high school, bro. I promise you, I didn't know about stars. I didn't really. I never thought of scholarships. I didn't know how any of that stuff worked.
Hmm.
Pitt, Toledo, and like LSU and the big schools you see on TV. Like I didn't know anything. They know about Power Five and ACC, and I didn't know nothing about none of that stuff. Um, so when I went and my trainer ended up sending my film out to all those different coaches and stuff
Hmm.
like that, which I didn't really know much about, and the offers start rolling in, I was like, oh wow, like this is kind of crazy. Like I guess like I really am good. Like you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like I said, all I was focused on, man, was the work. I got to see the behind the scenes of my family members, so I was focused on making sure I stay up on my schedule, my workout schedule, my whole plan. You know what I mean? Because I didn't I didn't know nothing about no 4 5 stores until coaches start telling me about it, and you
Hmm.
know what I mean? I didn't know nothing about that stuff.
That's crazy. And then now that we're on the topic of high school, I'm gonna need you to clear some stuff for me. Cause I got some Pittsburgh connections, so I was trying to do a little bit of homework. So I'm gonna need you to clear this up. What's the real reason you ain't go to Penn Hills, man?
Oh, my mom, I ain't gonna lie. My mom, I love you, mom. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy she did that though. But yeah, bro, my 8th grade year, bro. I was going up there. My grandfather was taking me up there, man. I was supposed to play 5 years of high school ball. They was gonna move me up in the 8th grade. They was gonna move me up to ninth grade. Like
Wow.
you had to go to the whip you and make sure and everything. So I was gonna go to Penn Hills, man. And then I don't know. My mom was just like, man, you ain't going there. And so she was like, I didn't even know what Central Catholic. So I went to Central Catholic. I didn't know what that was, bro. Honestly.
Wow.
Wow.
So she like, you could go to this school, that school, but I don't think she mentioned Central. I think the how I learned what Central Catholic was from one of my workout partners. My granddad had me down there with. I always worked out with older guys. So my guy Saheed, he was at Woody. He ended up going to Toledo. He played linebacker at Woody,
Hmm.
and they played. Who did they play? They played Central. They played Central at North Hills. This was back when Miles Sanders was on their team, bro, at running
Yup.
back,
Oh,
bro, going crazy, bro. And they lost to Central. And then I'm like, man, who is this team? And I went and did some research, and this was back when, like, DeMar and all them was there. So I'm looking, and they was just winning state championships and state. And I'm like, okay, all right, bet. I said, Mom, you ain't gonna let me go to Penn Hills. Let me go here. Then they over here winning. That's all I, like I said, I didn't know nothing about 6A, 4A. I knew they was winning state championships. I said, all right, bet I want to be where the winners is at. So
And then
I was
after
supposed to
your
go to
high
Penn
school,
Hills.
I know, cause I'm about to say my homeboys went to school with them, Tank, Day Day,
Okay, okay.
all them boys, them Penn Hills boys.
Yeah,
So we doing the research. Hey, do you go there? I'm like, dang, I thought you
yeah.
was supposed to follow in the footsteps.
Yeah, nah, man. I mean, that was the plan, man. But
Hey, it worked out how it was
yeah, it
supposed to
worked
be.
out, man. Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie. I say I wouldn't have it no other way. I don't know though, cause I'd have liked Penn Hills too. Though. And that was where I was supposed to go. So, but it
Facts.
all
And
worked
then,
out, man. And I enjoyed it though. So,
nah, that's all that mattered. And like Ernst said, definitely had a big handful of Power Five offers.
yeah.
Why ultimately you chose to go to Pitt? Obviously, your uncle went there, hometown school, but all them big time offers, like what was the deciding factor to make you stay home?
It really, I just wrote everything down, like my top schools that I genuinely like. Everybody puts their top five, top eight schools.
yeah.
I
Hmm.
didn't have top five schools. I only had a couple, that I
Keep
really,
it a buck though. Where you was gonna go, bro?
Come
Keep it
on,
a buck.
man.
but there was a couple of spots, man. But I ain't gonna lie, what made me go to Pitt, I just sat down and I said, okay. I said in my mind, out of all the schools, right? The best D line coaches that I felt like that I had a good connection with and that I felt was the best in the country, it was Coach Johnson, who's at O State,
Hmm.
and it was Coach Partridge, who was my D line coach at the time at Pitt. So I said, okay, all right. And in my mind, I'm like, man, they both number one. So I'm like, okay, they did just get Twyman and all those guys out, pushing these guys out, all American, get them to the league. I said, so that's one positive. I said, the second one, I know for a fact I'm gonna have my speed and agility trainer in 2 temps. That's who trained my uncle and everything like that.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, boom. I said, what's another one? Boom, I could go to the dungeon, still work out with my uncles whenever they're back in town. So
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
could still get that top notch workouts and training. I could still be around my grandfather. I said, boom. And then the fourth one, I'm like, man, I got my little cousins coming up, man. I could go to their games and stuff like that. I ain't gonna have to miss no birthdays, no. And I said, well, man, that's it right there. If I feel like I got the best D line coach in the country and I got the best trainer in 2 temps, and I got D Brown, and then I'm able to still train and work out with the best D lineman in the world,
Yeah.
then why not stay home and go to Pitt? But I definitely had some schools I wanted to go to. But when it came down to those was the 4 points where I was like, man, it's a no-brainer. You know what I mean?
So did following your uncle's footsteps, did that lead to any part of your decision making and going into Pitt?
Not at all, man. I ain't even have no outside like my family wasn't even pushing for me to go to Pitt, man. They was like, man, go wherever you want, man. But you got all the offers in the world. Like
Hmm.
my mom, especially, man. My mom was like, bro, get out of the city. Like, go see
Wow.
something else. You know what I mean? And my grandmother probably was the main one that was like, yeah, I want you to stay home because that's my grandma. But
Hmm.
like I said, nobody was really pushing definitely not my uncles. My uncles wasn't like, yeah, man, go to Pitt or you know what I mean. So it literally was my decision. And like I said, when I wrote down the pros and the cons to everything, man, like I said, Pitt seemed like a no brainer at the time.
Did you have any other official visits?
No, COVID. So I was supposed to go to LSU. I was supposed to go to LSU for my birthday, bro. Bro. I was supposed to go to
Oh.
Man,
LSU for my birthday.
man.
They hit me like, yeah, man, we're gonna have to move it back, because of this COVID stuff. We move it back a week. Then a week turned into two turned into
Ooh.
a
I would
month
have
turned
been
into
Oh,
sick.
indefinite. I said, oh God, I didn't get to go on no officials, bro.
that's
None.
sick, bro.
None.
Bro, I'm knowing, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If you got down there to Baton Rouge, bro, you may not have left, bro.
Man, I was Coach O down
That
there,
may have
man. Coach
got you,
O,
dog.
hey, Coach O the fall. Hey, man, you gotta raise some gumbo. Like, so, I ain't gonna lie, I was rocking with Coach Odo, man. He was trying to get me down there, eat some seafood gumbo. I ain't never eaten none of that type of stuff, man.
Hey,
Man,
Hey, man,
that's
I ain't gonna lie, that was a hurt piece, though. I definitely wanted to enjoy my officials, man, for sure.
I
I know,
forgot. I
man.
forgot y'all class had it the worst. No official visit. So,
Yeah,
well,
man.
good thing you went to Pitt because you pretty much already seen anything. Because
Hmm.
if you ain't go to Pitt, boy, you choosing blind. You ain't
Yeah,
been on campus.
yeah,
Nothing.
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So then you touch down in Pitt, man. The hometown kid, hometown, family lineage, finally in Pittsburgh. You get on the field, maybe on the field, off the field. But what was your welcome to college moment?
Man, stumped him, man.
I know, no, I
Because
know.
That was
My
I
guy, my
remember I
guy
took a
Carter
visit up there
Warren.
too.
Hey, my guy Carter Warren, you gotta tag him when you post this, man. That
oh
boy,
damn.
yo, when I tell you he was down at Acrisure Stadium and I get a power double. So this guy I'm playing the three tech.
Hmm.
Carter, he's with the Jets, bro. He's an offensive tackle. He's great. I ain't gonna lie, he made me so much better, man. And I love that guy. Not only from a football standpoint, but like he was kind of like a mentor to me. He was one of those guys where, when I'm learning how to make my schedule, he's the guy that's in there every day, 5:30 in the hot tubs. And he's the guy that I could follow under, you know what I mean? One of the right leaders. So,
Yeah.
but it was definitely Carter Warren, though, man. That boy, he went down there. We down there in like the red zone, like 10-yard line, man, and I go get off the ball. I ain't even get to touch the guard. That boy ran so fast and hit me in my hip. It was like I ain't even feel the hit, bro. I was here 1 second, then the next I was on my head. I said, "Oh my god!" I said, "What?" And you got to realize too, man. They was all like 5th year, 6th year guys
Yeah.
when I got there too.
Grown
Mm-hmm.
ass man.
Yeah, man. So when Carter, I ain't gonna lie, it was definitely Carter. That was definitely it. Carter Warren. It was either that or honestly, when I got scared, I seen Branson Taylor, my guy. He's with the Chargers. I ain't gonna lie, my first camp there was probably the first practice, and we're walking inside. I'm right behind him, bro. He's literally right in front of me
Hmm.
talking, and he just drops or shaking like I
Yeah,
never
full body
seen.
cramp.
Yeah, I in my mind I never seen
Oh,
that dude. So in my mind, I'm like, yo, is he having a seizure? Like I'm shook. I'm yo
yeah.
trainer, yo my man's like, and he's just like yeah. So that was it. Was definitely that too, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I was shook. I ain't gonna lie. I never seen that on the field.
And them summer camps, bro. It was summer camp or was it off season workout?
Nah, it was summer. It was the first day of camp, bro. First day of camp.
First day? Oh
Yeah.
my.
So
Oh
that's what
yeah,
I'm
it's
saying.
over
I had
with.
never seen nothing like that. So I'm coming in here. I'm like, oh my, what is happening to bro? Like
Yeah.
I'm feeling it though. I ain't gonna lie. That first camp, that first college camp, man, that first practice, it was tough, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Shoot, but now that we on that topic though, but like it doesn't have to necessarily be like on the field, but like what was your most eye-opening experience? Because I know you mentioned like growing up, like you wasn't really too hip to about college football and like how like the whole process works. But like what was like the most eye-opening part of your whole process, even with the recruiting or when you got on campus?
Eye opening, like in the sense of what?
Just something that like you may not have thought of, or like dang, like for me, the most eye-opening thing when I got to Penn State was like, dang, there actually is politics in it. Like in terms of like, hey, they're gonna give them 5 stars the opportunity first before they give it to 3 stars,
Right.
or they're gonna try to recruit guys from this certain area before they recruit guys from this certain area. But like just something that you didn't know before prior to college.
Um, I don't know. Maybe when I got up there was a lot of Florida guys. I ain't mad though. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. They was ballers, but yeah, I was maybe that I don't know. When you say eye opening, I don't know. You mean like a life lesson?
Dude, it could be anything. If not, hey, it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was probably just an eye opening. Like, hey,
Hey,
man,
now
dang.
you brought up Florida, bro. So, hey,
That says
when
on
you
a
met
Florida
somebody
guy.
from Florida, what was the first thing you was thinking, like, bro, like, man, like, bro, we like, what's up? What's up with Florida, bro?
No, 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 no.
What you was
So
thinking?
Florida, I feel like Florida got like three type of personalities, bro. It'd be like you got the real loud and like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You got like the I don't want to say regular, but you got the regular ones,
The calm one.
Huh?
Like calm, like he just chill.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It be like that's what messed with my head, and it be like different areas. It be different areas of Florida. So
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I don't remember the areas, bro, but definitely the certain areas that them be the wild, always fast, turn, listening to the Alvin and the music that sound like
That
Flat
Alvin
Alvin
and
and
the
the Chipmunks.
Chipmunk.
Yeah, man. And then you got the other ones that just be the total opposite, that just really be like, but it be no in between though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so yeah, that definitely, I enjoyed it though, man, for surely, man.
Hey, she was with that boy Damari. He was with Noah up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Now you got the full Florida,
yeah,
experience for sure.
yeah.
You got that bit
Surely,
for sure.
surely, surely.
Facts. But I know I did want to talk a little bit about. I was doing some research about AD99 Solutions. I know you're a board member there. Just talk a little bit about the impact that you guys are making in the community back home.
So that I just stopped being a board member of that. I was a secretary of the board. But yeah, I was doing that in college, man. So, I was actually one of the first cohort kids in there. It was me, Dayon Hayes, and a couple other guys, man. Dayon was the first graduate though. So yeah, I was one of the kids that was in the cohort. And I can speak from both sides of it, right? From working on the board and being in it.
Mhm.
Just as a kid being in it, man, it definitely is a real eye opener, man. I was doing things that I never even heard of. I was fencing, doing rock climbing, and it definitely it helps, keep the right mentors and stuff around you. But it also opens your eye up to so much other things, man. Outside of the sport you play. And just yeah, man, we was working with a lot of the youth in the city, man. We had camps every year. We just had one a couple weeks ago. Um, that was an invite only camp though, man. It was the kids was balling out, man, competing. We was down in the indoor pit. It was hot as heck, man. I don't know if they cut the fans off for us or what, man. But yeah, man. So that definitely was definitely a big part of my experience in college, man, that I really enjoyed. So
Get into man, your uncle, man. Your uncle. I don't know. We ain't really come out and say it, but your uncle is Aaron Donald.
yeah.
What, 3-time defensive player of the year? Widely considered one of the greatest defensive players to ever lace him up. And so, talk about how it's just so much we can get into, bro. So, talk about one of your proudest moments of your uncle, like, from his career.
Proudest month, definitely the Super Bowl for surely.
Yeah.
Gotta be the Super Bowl, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I remember sitting there, man. We was in a little, my whole family was in a suite, man. And just the fact that he closed the game out, yo.
No,
I'm
that
like,
was bro. No, that
I'm
was
like, bro, I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm in a dream. And
Threw that bill up too.
yeah.
you gotta realize too, like I told y'all before, man, it was me, my grandma, my mom, and my uncle living under the
Hmm.
same roof growing up, I used to share a bed with him, like, you know what I mean? So
Hmm.
not only was it just like it felt like a dream, man, but it really gave you that motivation and that inspiration to be like, man, I could do whatever I put my mind to, you know what I mean?
100%.
And just to know, like I said, man, it's just I say it all the time, man. The cloth we cut from, man. We hard workers, man, and it was just like it was surreal, bro. It felt like a dream. You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
know, bro. I don't know. I had that, bro. Like, I
That's
just can't
crazy.
describe that feeling, bro. I'm just
That's
thinking about it
crazy.
because I remember like it was, yeah, bro. He got back there, bro. Got that pressure on Burrow, bro. Then he point, bro. That's literally an iconic moment. Like, that's
Point
going
to
down
that
in
joint.
history, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what
Like,
I'm
that's
telling you,
just
man. I
crazy.
said, man, it's like a dream. And you got to realize too, bro. Like the Super Bowl was in LA that year. You know
Yes,
what I
Mhm.
bro.
mean? So it was a lot, bro. It was a lot. The first Super Bowl was good down in Atlanta, but man, they only scored. I think it was only like 15 points scored the
Yeah,
whole
ain't
game.
scored nothing.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
nothing like that Super Bowl, man. That Super Bowl was amazing, man. It was truly.
Shit, really. Hey, Up was supposed to have 2 rings. They could have put some points together, but
They could have put some, yeah,
you feel
yeah,
me? But
yeah,
but yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
Facts. And I know you mentioned it earlier in the pod when you were saying you will always compare yourself to your uncles because you thought you were good, but you felt like you could never close that gap. Did you kind of have any like I wouldn't say performance anxiety, but kind of just like a kind of word it in a way. Like, did you ever feel like, dang, I can never live up to his expectations, or is it like, oh, he's the blueprint, I gotta try to get past him?
No, I wasn't thinking like that at all. It was just a whole bunch of motivation, man. Um, but also it definitely did mess with my mental. Because I didn't care about anything else. I cared about me, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So because of that, I held myself to a high standard. I told myself no, I don't know how many times. I stayed disciplined. I stayed down on the plan and things like that, man. So I wasn't really like it wasn't. I wouldn't say I had no performance anxiety or nothing like that, but it definitely was to me like I put my own pressure on myself,
Mm.
which at times wasn't good, but
Mhm.
it was what it was.
I was going to say, how much did that internal pressure, how much did that play on your time at Pitt?
You said how much did it what?
How much did it play on your mental during your time at Pitt? Because obviously he
Um,
went there. People they probably won't come out and say it, but they're probably going to automatically just compare you to your
yeah,
uncle just
yeah.
because that bloodline, same last name. He went there, and
Um,
you automatically putting that pressure on yourself.
yeah. Like I said, I really didn't care what nobody else said.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, all that social media stuff, people say whatever they want on there, bro. And
Mhm.
half the time, bro, I mean, more than half the time, they're really nobodies. I can't respect somebody that goes speaking negative, use their time in the day to speak negative on somebody else, go out their way. But
Hmm.
I really, bro, like I ain't gonna lie, it started really impacting me about 2 years ago when my back start having problems with my back, man. Because it was really like I told you, man. It's like you put so much work in, man, and you tell yourself no so many times, and you like, man, I isolated myself, man. I moved. I was 30 minutes away from campus, man. Driving 30 minutes every morning,
Wow.
showing up, still being there at 5:30 in the morning. When we don't got to be there till 7:45,
Mhm.
7:30. So, but that was probably when they start getting real tough on me, man. Is like I said, man. Whenever my back start messing with me, man, about 2 years ago, and it was like that for 2 years. I wouldn't even lie to you. So.
Injuries, man.
Yeah, they the worst, bro. But then, on a lighter note, man, he's in college. You start, mentoring the youth, and helping them, be honing their skills, being better D linemen, man, across the board, just better football players, man. So
Donald
just
D line trainer, bro. You see that?
you
Man,
feel me?
It's official.
Hey, yeah, the merch fine, but yeah, man. So just talk
appreciate it.
about like what sparked you to do that, because obviously a guy in your position, man, with the lineage you got, like it's easy for you to not pour back into Pittsburgh. You eat real easy, like you just be like, man, bump Pittsburgh, like me and mine, we straight, but you
Well,
decide to pour back in. So just let me know, like where that heart comes from, man.
I wouldn't even lie to you, bro. I started it on accident, bro. So when I was in
Mm.
high school, like I told you, my trainer 2 tenths, man, he the best trainer in the world, man. He got so much influence in the city. So every Thursday we would go down there and have positional days where we learn, do drills, and then do one-on-ones, right? So when I got to college, I'm like, you know what, hey man, I'm doing these drills with Coach Partridge, and we was down there. I'm not gonna say when I was in high school we wasn't doing nothing, but I'm like, we was doing drills and stuff, but I'm like, man, let me put the gas on some of the stuff I'm learning.
Hmm.
Imagine when I was there, man, it wasn't that many kids, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking I'm gonna pull up, it's gonna be around 5 to 8 kids, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, let me put them on some of the stuff I'm learning. It's a Thursday night, I don't got nothing to do, you know what I mean? So pulled up, man, and it was like 20 something kids, and not just high schoolers. I had
Wow.
like 7-year-olds with me, and I'm like, yo, what did I'm like, I shouldn't even came. Like, what am I about to do? Like, and I kind of just freestyled it, bro. And once one-on-ones came, just let them do their thing, and we had a ball. And I sat back. I was like, I was anxious before when I walked in and seen all those kids, and then afterwards, I'm like, oh no, that was cool. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't hard at all, we had fun. So then it just became a thing, man. So for about 2 years, 3 years, I just was volunteering, doing it, not thinking nothing of it, you know what I mean? Until I had a young kid, young high schooler. I'm sitting there waiting I'm about to leave, waiting for his ride. He's like, yeah, all right, big bro, I love you. And I'm like, man, like, I'm like, man, I got that type of like impact on y'all. Like, you know what I mean? And
Wow.
I sat back and I thought about it, and I'm like, man, like I could be what my uncles was. I could be that for these kids.
Facts.
Because and I always said this, man, I had a lot of friends that could have been the next big thing or anything like that, and that didn't. And I always believed in my mind that it was because they didn't have what I had. You know what I mean? I was able to be strict on my routine, on my schedule, and say no to all distractions because I seen both my uncles do it. You know what I mean? I'm able to feel and play around with these guys and see myself in them. You know what I mean? So once I had that realization, man, I'm like, oh yeah, I bet I could do this, man. And then we went and we had a down year. We didn't have a bowl game, and we had so much idle time. I hate idle time. I would wake up 8 o'clock, work out. By 12 o'clock, I didn't ate, worked out, and I don't have nothing to do but play the game.
Mm.
And I hated that. So that's when I went and I said, man, let me do something, man. I'm like, man, what's something productive I could do? Maybe something that I'm already doing. And then
Hmm.
boom, it hit. I'm like, man, let me just make a little business with this. You know, hooked up with some people, man. They got me a real LLC. I didn't really know what I was doing, man. And got found a place and start training. I start looking at other prices. These guys are charging these kids 70, $80. I started
Hmm.
out, I charge them $20. Like, yeah, man, I'm gonna hold this every Saturday. Y'all come for $20 and we're gonna have games, we're gonna learn. And the winner of the games, I'm gonna post y'all huddle every week. Try to get y'all out there, get y'all recruited, man. So
Big
that's
time.
how all this kind of started.
That's big
Big.
time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially back in your community, especially with your injury. I know your goal was probably just to have people look at you in the same realm as they look at your uncle as being an NFL player. But outside of that, I know you mentioned that you don't really care too much about what other people think, but especially in your city with you doing all this giving back to the community, what do you want to be known for when it's all said and done? When they say Elliot Donald, like what do you want people to say about you?
Um, First things first, man. I want my family to say they proud of me. You know what I mean? That's the
Big
only
time.
thing that really mattered to me, man, is just being a family man. But secondly though, I definitely would want, a lot of the youth in my city, man. My goal, man, is to get these kids into college for free, you know. Um, so I definitely would want to be known as somebody that helped push kids in the right direction or change the trajectory of where they was going, man. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, a lot of times, and I mean, y'all know how it is, man. Like a lot of times, people don't have the right role models, man, and something to somebody that don't understand that might not sound like a lot, you know what I mean? But that really does go a long way, man.
Huge way.
Like I said, yeah, and like I said, man, I wouldn't be where I was at today if it wasn't for my family, but also for the fact that if I wasn't able to see my uncles do it, you know what I mean? I truly believe that that is what that's what got me to where I'm at today, man. You know what I mean?
Fact, because a lot of people, especially in your situation, your city, you got a big football city, but it's a lot of people who grew up across the country who don't have an Elliot Donald in their city to come back and host these workouts for and host these camps. Or they don't for you, they don't have the luxury of growing up with one of the best defensive players of all time. So just for you to pour back yourself, like what Ern said, like you definitely don't have to, but the want to that's the most important thing.
And that's why the city's about to be turned up right now, man, because man, we didn't have that, man. But now we got so many guys, man, that's able. I was just down in Wilkesburg, man, with the Hornets, man. They got guys that not only played, they got y'all ever heard of Kenny Robinson?
Hmm.
Yeah, man, they got Kenny Robinson, like was up there with the kids and stuff, man. So, man, it's a lot of people. My guy Trey Hess, man, that boy blocked the field goal that sent the Eagles to the Super Bowl that one year, man.
Hmm.
So they got a lot of guys, man, that they're able to really be around, man. You know what I mean? So, man, it's about to be lit for the city, man, for sure.
Yeah. And then real quick, just because I know we always used to have some Florida versus PA football debates. What's the league called? What's it? The WPIAL or
Yeah.
WPIAL? Man, why you think Pittsburgh football is so slept on? Because they was talking about like, man, they ain't got nobody, bro. They was going off that list. I was like, oh, they got some names. I ain't gonna lie, they
Yeah,
got
Strong for
I
some
think
PA.
names.
it's just because we small, bro. You got to realize, bro, in PA, you don't got nothing but Pittsburgh and Philly, bro. Anything in between that, I don't have a clue about, bro. But Pittsburgh and Philly, bro. That's all you got, bro. And Florida, bro. Florida's huge. You know what I
Huge.
mean? They be like, yeah, Florida got the most NFL players and da 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 da. Da. But when you look at like Hall of Famers and stuff like that, man, we got some dogs. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
It's just that Pittsburgh just PA in general, it don't have the same type of population. It ain't as big as a Texas or a California or a Florida. You know what
Hey,
I
but
mean?
see, y'all got quality though over over the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all
Y'all
like
definitely
They
got
got some
y'all got
names.
quality too.
They
we
got some.
do.
They got some names now.
Yeah,
Yo,
y'all
for
got
sure,
quality
for
too.
sure. Cause I'm just thinking, I ain't from the PA. I'm just thinking names off the top of dome. I know Shady from PA. Obviously, your uncle from PA. Darrell Reeves from PA. That's three names right there, bro.
You
But
got
they got
you
some
got you
names.
got
I ain't gonna
James
lie.
Conner, you got T Boy, you got a bunch of
Exactly.
people, bro.
So
And
But they not above Florida though.
yeah,
They
they
ain't
not.
above Florida though.
Y'all cool though. Y'all cool though. You feel me?
I
Y'all
mean,
cool.
I ain't gonna argue with y'all, but your man's did just say we got quality over quantity. You did just
Hey,
say
I
that.
don't know what I'm talking
You
hey,
about.
I'm
did just say
saying,
that.
hey, hold on.
We
I
got
ain't
some
gonna
Hold
get
quality
into
on,
the
hold
now.
on, hold
battle
on
with
now,
y'all,
hold on, hold
guys,
on.
but you did just say that.
I'm just saying, I just read off three very good players. Florida got about. I can't just give you
But
the number
bro,
how
but
many
bro,
players we
I
got.
had to remind you that y'all had quality
Oh,
too. I
I
ain't
knew,
gonna
man.
argue with
I'm
you.
from the
Look,
state. I know.
look, I
I
ain't gonna
know.
argue with y'all, but
But
I'm
yeah.
gonna let you. I'm gonna let your words carry that argument, man. You
So
said you
just
said we
from
got
your point of
quality.
view, I know you guys got a long history, but just from guys that you grew up and watching play or hearing about during your time, who you feel like your top five guys from y'all league is the
On a whip
Whitfield?
you?
Yeah.
Ah man, why would you ask me that, man? There's so many
Hey, I
players.
gotta hear your
You got to
perspective.
know.
It's your list. It's your list.
Bro, I don't know, bro. There's so many guys. I'm gonna forget somebody, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Um,
Just the ones that you seen. We don't gotta go all the way back to the like the Reeveses and
all right, bro.
everything.
So you
Guys
got
who
my
you seen.
uncle. All right, well, outside of my uncles, because I'm already say both my uncles, both my uncles.
Facts.
So outside of them, I'll definitely say Khalid Hudson's up there. He was like that.
Yeah.
Um, the boy Bop, Paris Ford,
Dog.
definitely Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders was crazy in high school. Yeah,
Facts.
definitely Miles Sanders. Um, Clareton had some dogs too.
But
You
that
had
boy
Wade,
Goon on
I
there.
know Lamont Wade.
But that
Wade,
That's
boy
I know
yeah,
about
Goon.
yeah,
Claremont.
yeah, Lamont Wade. But I don't want to keep naming off names though, bro. I'm gonna forget somebody. I don't want nobody. I don't want to leave
Say
nobody out.
less, Dad. Say less.
But everybody I named though, they was like that though. They was dogs.
Big time. I'm already knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But shit. Oh, so hey, now I know we was talking about this a little. Well, matter of fact, no, me and Noah was talking about this, man.
Yeah.
Cause cause you do the, we talked about the dungeon earlier today with Grandpa, Aaron, Uncle Aaron, man. You know all your uncles and stuff, man. We was talking about that a little bit. Cause Noah had sent me the
I told
live.
Noah down there.
You said yeah, he told me about it
I
too.
got a Hey, I got a picture of that boy passed out on the ground like this in the dungeon, man. The boy
Hey,
was out
bro.
of there,
Bro,
man.
Noah was
Oh,
telling me,
shoot.
bro. He said, bro, he tapped out, bro. He tapped out.
Yeah,
My body quit, bro. I said, oh
yeah.
my gosh.
And it wasn't even that bad of a workout, man. It
Bro,
really
bro,
wasn't.
I know how he is though, so I'm already knowing how that went.
Yeah.
But yeah, just talking about the dungeon stuff, man. He talking so Jared Verse, man,
Y'all
that
better say that's
infamous,
that verse?
infamous video with Jared Verse and your uncle working out, and your uncle putting him to shame at 34 years old. Verse supposed to be the top of his game, man. He's supposed to be the top of his game. Can't finish the workout with a 34-year-old man. We'll talk about that,
No,
man.
he finished it. He finished it. He finished it.
Oh,
I
he
think he
finished
did.
it.
I think so. He did.
What
He
I
did.
was seeing looked like he tapped out.
Well, look, I'll tell you this, bro. I'll tell you this, bro. Cause I just dropped my little workout vid with him too.
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me talking about stuff. I told him, man, you ain't with them 35-year-olds today, man. I mean, I'm gonna keep up. I'll tell you this though, because my uncle be cheating, bro. He got to cheat.
Uh-oh.
Not no steroids or nothing like that. Chill, chill, chill.
I'm about to say,
I'm
hold
not
on,
saying he
y'all.
cheating.
Well,
Because down LA, bro. So down in Cali, bro, one of his workouts is like two, right? So what I mean by that is before you even lift, before you work out, you go up to the top and he got the assault bike, he got the treadmill, and he got the little vertex climber.
mhm.
So before you even work out, you go up there, man. You might do like 300 abs, some other little push-ups, and
Over with.
then you go
Over
and
with.
then you like so say you get on the treadmill, he'll put it on whatever. Be like, yeah, all right, bet. So you got to run 15 seconds and then you rest 10 seconds. That's one rep. You got six of those. Then we got to do this, and that. No break. After you do three sets of everything, then you got to break. Then now we go to the vertex climber. Climb to this is about 500 or something. Or no, I was like 250. Climb to 250. Got all this, no break. Then you got the assault bike. Three sets of that. 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off. All this other stuff. No break. And then you go downstairs and you lift weights. So he be cheating, bro, because he retired. So he be doing that every day. He used to that. So
That's
for
crazy.
somebody to go and you think you in shape and you go up there, it don't matter how good shape you in it. You go up there, man, you gonna be out of it. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh
You
yeah,
That's
gotta
I
OD.
ain't gonna lie. The
his
warm up
workout.
taking me out.
That's OD.
300
That warm
abs,
up.
300,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I
Like,
ain't
bro,
gonna
that's
lie.
like,
Yeah, that might be the warm up. No funny stuff, man. So
Over.
yeah,
oh
but you
yeah,
gotta realize he do that, like you know what I mean. So he kind of adapted for that type of stuff. So it don't matter what type of shape you in. If you go and do one of his workouts, your body gonna get shot. You gotta do it long enough for you to adapt to it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I ain't gonna
And
lie,
speak
bro.
about.
If
Go
I
ahead, Aaron.
My bad to cut you off, J Martin.
You
Hey, if I
straight.
find my way to Pittsburgh, bro, I'm gonna hit you, bro. I got at least
you don't want
see.
that.
I'm gonna show. I'm gonna prove you wrong, bro. I'm gonna finish, bro.
You don't want that, Aaron.
I'm
I'm
gonna
telling
finish,
you,
bro.
Cole.
I'm gonna finish.
You don't want that,
It's
though.
gonna look
Earn,
ugly
On
though,
everything, Cole. You
earn.
don't want
I
that,
like you,
Cause
bro. You my dog, bro. I wouldn't want to do that to you, bro.
bro. It's gonna be ugly, bro. It's gonna be ugly, but I'm gonna finish, bro. It may take
oh,
all day.
That boy, I'm gonna send you the picture of that boy Noah laid out, man. Like
dead body.
boy Noah on his back like this. That boy was
Man,
hurting.
But nah, speaking of Aaron Donald workouts, I remember a couple years ago that man went viral for working out, working his pass moves with the knives, bro. When they
oh,
had that man with the knives, bro, when you
I
seen
got
that, keep
Pootie.
it a buck. When you seen that, keep it a buck, you like, all right, bro, we tripping, or you was like,
No,
nah,
I
that's
was
just him.
there, bro. I was there. I was
You
young
was getting
though.
that working with the knives too.
Yeah, I remember Pootie. Pootie was like, man, don't record this, man. He's too young, man. I don't want nobody getting mad. So Pootie, that was the D-line trainer, man. That was my guy. He taught Israeli Krav Maga, it's a form of martial arts.
mhm.
But yeah, so they pulled up one day, man, with the knives. And I ain't gonna lie, you get hit with one of if you don't catch it, it hurt. You know what I mean?
No.
I was
It was
real
real
young at the
drunk.
time, dude. I was probably in like middle school or something. I don't remember, but yeah, man, I remember seeing that and just like I'm like, yeah, man. That was when I was like I said, man, that's all I seen.
Mhm.
So I'm like, oh yeah, man, like, man, I gotta work on a different level. Like, I never would even thought of nothing like that, man. But yeah, them little you could grab them and bend them, man, the knives, but those knives hurt if you get hit with one of them. I wouldn't even lie to you.
Oh yeah, I'm watching that thing from the side. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Exactly. Man. Hey, y'all boys got it, man.
I was like, no, I was young though. I was like, man, let me try, man. Let me. No, I'm done. I
See,
don't
see,
want
see,
that.
see, see. Carving them
Yeah,
up.
he stabbed me with a little rubber knife, man. I was like, oh, no, I'm cool, man. I
Yeah,
ain't think it would hurt. That
out
hurt.
there getting sliced and diced by them knives, boy.
That was my guy Pootie though, man. Shout out Pootie, man. That boy a goat, man.
Nah,
But nah,
I got one other question for you, bro. One other question. So obviously, we know how great your uncle is, man. So, but outside of the Super Bowl, what was the greatest play you seen him make?
Greatest player I think I've seen.
mm, damn, that's some shit.
Off the top of my head, off the top of my head, I got two plays. I got the one where they played Pat Mahomes, and it was like 55 to 51 crazy game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He went and like I don't know what he did. He got back there, man, and had to twist back and turn and jump on him and get a strip sack. And one of his teammates picked it up. So that's definitely one of them. And there was another one. He played Seattle one year, man. And it wasn't even like, it wasn't a play that, everybody talk about, but
Hmm.
it was a trap play. And I think he was at the nose. And
Ooh.
I don't know how he diagnosed it so fast, man. It was
Mm.
beyond me. Like as a D line guy that watches a whole bunch of film, when
Hmm.
I seen that, I said, "Oh my god, I don't think nobody else could do that." It was a trap play. They was playing Seattle, man, and he literally, bro. I don't know how he diagnosed it so fast, and he wrong armed it. Boom, got a TFL. I said, "Bro, that's crazy."
Oh
I was
my
like, "Man, if I
gosh.
could
From
make it,
nose?
What someone was pulling?
I think it was nose, bro. Yeah, it was a trap play, man. Yeah, so." I was
Lord
like, man, if I could
mercy.
pull that off even one time, man, I'll be satisfied for my whole career. I was like, it was
He
one of
said
those
for my
in
whole
my
career.
mind, it was one of those type of plays.
Yeah,
Like I said,
Yeah,
from just studying so much football, I'm
yeah,
like, man, that was like that's what they tell you to do in film, but they know nobody's gonna do it.
yeah.
They be like,
Exactly.
yeah,
right.
man, when this happened, you supposed to wrong arm it. You're not
Nah.
gonna do it though. You know what I mean? So when I seen him do that at the speed that he did it, and to go and get a TFL the way he did, that was definitely it was against Seattle, man. That was definitely one that I could off the top of my head. That was one I could remember.
That's big time. And I know going into my last question, I know I should ask this in the beginning, but this came to my mind. So I know, especially with Aaron Donald's past, just people knowing his story, he wasn't really that much of a highly recruited guy coming out of high school. And he was just one always hard worker, grinding. How was that like for your family? So from seeing Aaron, act like you said, growing up, sleeping in the same bed with him, but constantly just grinding, working to eventually becoming one of, in my opinion, top three defensive players of all time. Like, how much did your family dynamic change once Aaron started achieving what he was achieving?
Well, you gotta realize, man, my uncle Aaron's the youngest, man. So um my mom went out. She was the first one to graduate from college. And then
Hmm.
Wow,
my Uncle Archie was, bro, like even in high school, my Uncle Archie was that, like he was the talk of the town, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like, if anything, my Uncle Aaron was in my Uncle Archie shadow. You know what I mean? So
wow,
it wasn't like, you gotta realize he was the youngest. So it was like, I'm not gonna say it wasn't that new because it's crazy, but it was just like, it's just all we knew, bro, was to just go out there and do what we
wow.
do. Like, you know what I mean? Go out there and work, man. That's I come from a family of hard workers, man. You know what I mean? So when all that stuff started to happen, man, like I was young at the time. I was a baby at the time. I don't think I truly understood it. Um, I don't think I truly understood it. Like even when he was in college and winning all the awards, because in my mind I was just my uncle. So I'm like, man, my uncle's like that, man. But he before all that stuff, my uncles was my superheroes as a kid. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that didn't change. So now when my uncles went out there and did what they did, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is my uncle. Like he's doing it. What? Like they was already a superhero in my mind, man. So
Wow.
at a young age, it truly didn't really register. But then once like other people start really like, even then though, once other people though really start talking a lot about him, even I would see him on TV and I'd be like, oh, that's cool, that's my uncle. I still wouldn't be like, oh, he's a superstar. But
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
everybody starts talking about him, though,
Wow.
I'm like, okay, yeah, that's crazy. Or you go with him, man, and you see how everybody is. I'm like, dang, you can't even walk. Like, well, it ain't like that everywhere, but just there was times when people would like, stop us from walking. I'm like, okay, all right, like dang, my uncle might be, he might be a superstar. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Hey,
I just thought of
that's
something.
crazy,
I just
dog.
thought of something, bro. I just thought of something,
Yeah.
bro. Mind you, bro, the audience, bro, mind you, they look, well, y'all see Elliot, bro, they look the same, bro. Like, I ain't never seen no carbon copy from cousin to like uncle to, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. So, glad you said that people that stopped you, that anybody stopped you thinking you were Aaron Donald.
Well, no, they ain't. Well, I mean, even now, they don't even. Well, sometimes, yeah. Somebody did just tell me that last week.
Exactly.
I was pulling up to school. They said, "Man, how'd y'all get Aaron Donald?" I said, "Oh man," I said, "Oh man, go ahead, man." But no,
Oh, dude.
everybody do it. Like you're not the first person to say that. Man, who looks like they uncle? Who is like they uncles? Like, so,
Bro.
but nah,
That's funny.
that definitely was like I said, man. When people start talking, like just talking to me about it, or everywhere I go, man, you look like Aaron. The little kids, grown ups, you look
Bro,
like Aaron Donald. Like
literally.
it really is kind of crazy. Like you know what I mean? So, and you
I'm,
guys see somebody just screenshot and sent me some of the comments, man, under the little workout video I posted on my TikTok.
yeah.
And my guy he sent me the screenshots. I was dying laughing, man. They was like, oh, he just want to control. The one dude, he was like, yeah, man, he maxed out it. He talked about 2K. He maxed out his little character and decided to start a new one. Or he was like
Oh,
control. The one guy was
shit.
like control C, control V paste. Like everybody was like, yeah,
That
man, it
copy
was
and
funny.
paste.
There was a bunch of dude. He sent me like two or three of them they was like, what they said, they was like, yeah, man, I didn't even realize this was two different people till half of the video.
Bro, no,
But
no, bro. I'm telling you,
yeah,
like, it's crazy. Cause I
yeah.
bet you haven't seen nobody else look like their uncle. Have you?
Now that I think about it, nah.
No, bro. No, bro. That shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah. And
It's funny though. It definitely do be, bro. It be funny as heck, bro. Especially when the little kids. It be adults too. Be like, you go like, but the little kids, you just it be so random, bro. Like you just be
Bro.
walking. It was like Aaron Donald. Like it be just like that. Like and I just be laughing. Like it be funny. It be random as heck, bro. So random.
shoot, all right, shoot. Hey, I promise this is the last one for real though.
How you good, man?
But nah, but especially with y'all growing up in like the Pittsburgh area, I know your uncle definitely a lot older than you, but just for you specifically, outside of Aaron Donald, like who were some other D linemen that like you would like look at, try to take some from their game, or was it just like, um,
Well, at what time? When I was in high school, when I was in college.
high school?
Um, I definitely was looking at why don't I remember his name? From Philly. I don't know why I don't remember his name.
Har-
Him, Gerald
Hargrave,
McCoy. Huh?
Fletcher Cox, Hargrave,
Yeah,
Jim
yeah,
Carter.
yeah, yeah. Cox.
Okay.
Mm.
So it was him. Well, maybe was that high school? I think so. Gerald McCoy. The Dominican Sue, that was my first favorite D lineman.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, Dominican Sue with Detroit. That was when I was young. That was the first. Yeah, definitely him. But even me being from Pittsburgh, I definitely like James Harrison. He ain't no D tackle, but James Harrison.
mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm missing one more. There's one more. There's one more D tackle I had on my. I forget though, and I definitely like Robert Quinn a lot though. That was my uncle's teammate.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he was dog.
that's Robert Quinn a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I did like
But
him.
shoot, hey, Aaron, you know what time it is, man?
Yeah, man, that's really it, man. We are gonna do a little King of the Hill with your uncle, but I mean, we ain't really gotta do that. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's a
King
waste
of
of
the Hill.
time.
What's that?
Like put like a bunch of like players up, like so have one person. You play King of the Hill basketball, right?
Yeah. What's up, G? But what you mean, King of the Hill? That's not for
So
what
like,
you
so yeah, we pick one person. You pick one
All right,
person.
run them through it, Aaron.
Yeah, you pick one person, and then you gotta see like I'm gonna name somebody that could dethrone like that person, like being better than. For example, like we use your uncle, and I name defensive like
No, you
linemen or
can't do
players.
that. You can't
That's
do
what I'm
that.
saying.
You
That's
can
what
do
I'm
that
saying.
with somebody else though. Ask me about
Yeah,
that with
exactly.
somebody
That's
else.
why I was
With
gonna
both of
skip
them.
that. We ain't gotta do that.
Yeah,
We ain't gotta do that because I already know the answer.
I'm saying, do
yeah.
your uncle just put AD last.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's put him last then. But then that's one that kind of defeat the purpose. You gotta have one person, Jay Minor.
I know, that's what I'm saying. What other D
But
linemen on the
just start with
list?
the first two, and then
That's
they
what I'm saying.
go
Start with the other D
around.
linemen.
Okay,
Just start
all
with the
right.
first two, and then
You
make it
got the list
around.
or not?
Yeah, I know. I low key forgot the list. We was about to just go right now, off dome, right now. Hey, off dome, off dome.
Hey,
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 Hold on, you can do that.
T.J. Watt, Von Miller.
You said what? Say it again.
T.J. Watt or Von Miller.
T.J. Watt or Von Miller? That's hard because
that's OD.
That
Von was
is.
my uncle's teammate too,
Yeah,
man. But
exactly.
I ain't gonna lie, T.J. Watt's that guy, bro. I'm biased though. I don't care. I'm going with Von Miller. I'm biased, bro. I don't care.
That's real. Von my
They gonna get
goat.
mad
I
at
ain't
me.
gonna
I don't
lie.
care. I'm
Von my
biased.
goat, bro. So
I'm
yeah, I
biased.
respect that. Okay. Von Khalil Mack.
Mm.
Von Miller, Khalil Mack. I can't not pick TJ with over Von and then pick Khalil Mack over Von.
Hey,
Exactly.
it's your list.
It's
Whoever
your
you
list,
want to
dog.
pick,
It's your list.
whoever match up better.
All right, I'm gonna go back, man. I'm gonna pick TJ.
Okay, so
I go
then
back. I
TJ,
go back.
TJ
I go back.
Khalil.
I go back. TJ.
Okay, okay. TJ, let me think. Mm, this kind of
Miles
hard.
Garrett.
TJ, oh my God, yeah, Garrett, Miles, Garrett, yeah, Miles
I ain't
Garrett.
gonna lie, bro. I think I'm gonna go. I'm tripping, but I think I'm gonna go with Miles, bro. Just
You not
because,
tripping.
like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. No weird stuff, bro. Just look at him, bro. Like this dude, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like TJ's, bro. TJ's the top in the game, bro. Miles is too, and he could do all that, finesse stuff, but he's strong as
Mhm.
heck too, man.
Yeah, no,
So
he crazy, bro.
I'm gonna pick Garrett, man. Even if I'm tripping, I'm gonna pick
Now
Garrett. I
you're
don't
not
Yeah,
tripping
you
because I'm gonna
not.
be honest. TJ Miles can do everything TJ do. TJ can't do everything Miles do just
he
because he's
jumped
not
in.
as athletically gifted as
If you put it
Miles,
like
bro.
that,
Bro,
I ain't
watching
gonna say
Miles
athletic.
Garrett
I ain't
on
even gonna
field
say
goal
athletically
block.
gifted. But Miles, bro, Miles is, and you gotta just look at him, bro. He's used like,
Yeah.
He have a 40-inch vert, bro. Him on field goal block is crazy, bro. He just be jumping straight up. Boom.
yeah. So I'm gonna
OD,
pick Miles,
bro.
bro.
Over. Let me think. So, hey, so then Miles Garrett, Nick Bosa.
Miles Garrett,
Um, think. Oh, Micah, or Miles Garrett.
Miles Garrett. I don't,
Okay,
Nah,
I don't care,
ain't no
bro.
dogs.
Miles Garrett, bro. I'm gonna stick with Miles Garrett too.
Miles Garrett. Let me think, cause this, I mean, ain't that many days really put up with
Ain't
him.
that
I
many
ain't go.
games,
I
yeah.
like, I like Hutchinson. What about Hutchinson? Detroit.
Yeah, I like
I
him
was
a
about
lot.
to say, yeah, we
I ain't
started.
I
gonna
We
lie
like.
got
though.
we
You
got
know who I would pick
Hutchinson,
over Hutchinson though?
Max Crosby.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Yes.
yes.
I ain't
So
gonna lie, bro. I've been a fan of him, bro, for a minute, bro. But especially, bro, I forget what game it was. I think it was like one of their first playoff games, maybe a year, 2 years ago, maybe.
mhm.
And man, it's like fourth quarter of overtime, and this guy got in the backfield every play
Hooping.
nonstop.
No, he's
So
nasty.
yeah, I'm definitely picking Max Crosby over. Who'd you say? Hey, Hutchinson. I'm definitely
Yeah.
picking
Okay,
Crosby
so
over.
then, so you got, oh, so
No, no, no,
Crosby.
no, no, don't do
Don't do
it.
it. Then
Don't do it.
Crosby versus Miles Garrett,
Nope,
bro. Those
nope,
two best
nope.
in the game.
All right, that's game. It's over.
Hey, but hey, you know who a sleeper D lineman that's gonna be, I think, the best D line in the next 2-3 years.
Is he a D tackle? Yeah, I think I. Ooh,
That boy JC Jalen Carter. Bro, he
yeah,
a
yeah,
dog.
Yeah.
yeah. I knew you was gonna say that. That's why I asked you if he's D tackle. Yeah, he's like that. I ain't gonna lie. I
He
like
gonna
him.
be
I
like
like. I
that.
like him a
Verse
lot.
gonna be like that. Well, Verse already like that,
Verse
but
Yeah,
already
Verse is.
nice.
I ain't gonna lie. Verse is like that. He's like
Verse like that. But
he's like that. But hey, man, you forgot about the other guy that was up for defensive rookie of the year playing next to him.
Man, you talk about Fisk.
Yeah, I was
that's
about to say his name. I thought y'all ain't know. Yeah, he was
Nah, that
good
boy,
too.
he went to
nah,
Florida
that's
State.
one of our 7-on-7 coaches. His son. That's his agent.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Brandon Fish. Now he a
It's
dog.
like
Yeah,
that
he's
too,
good.
bro.
He's good,
He
man.
athletic as shit.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's good. But all
Shit.
them guys is good, man. You got Turner, but I'm
Nah, the
biased.
Rams D line is nasty, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
gonna
I'm
lie, they
biased, but
nasty.
they really is good though.
They is, nah, for
I ain't
sure.
gonna lie. At this point, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm probably gonna watch more NFL football this year, but honestly, that was the boat. I really ain't watched too many other people outside of the Rams last year.
Shit, ain't no other reason to. Shit, I don't blame
Even
you.
the year before that.
I don't blame you, bro. But yeah, man, that's really it, man. That's really it, man. Appreciate my boy EDL, man. Come on the show, hopping on, being on here with us. So, but before I let you go, man, it's a tradition here in the sit down. I ask
Yeah.
this last question before we let the guests go. So that question is, all the people you know, man, who do you think will be a great person for our show?
Great person. Let me say my boy Trey Hess, man. I just said his name. Boy Trey Hess, man. He blocked the field goal that sent the Eagles to the Super Bowl, man.
That's what's
Dude,
up.
Or was it the playoff? It was one of them. It was one
It
of
was in the
them.
playoff. It was
It'd
yeah,
be so. I mean, bro, bro, I was watching so much football not on TV, but like film,
yeah.
mhm.
a lot of stuff just blur together though. But I can't
Facts.
remember if it was the Super Bowl playoffs, but it was he blocked the field goal, man, to his team somewhere, man. So yeah, definitely my boy Trey Hess, man, for surely.
Let's go.
For
Hey man,
surely. And
like I said,
he's from the city.
you got to make that connection for us now. I ain't Elliot Donald, bro. I can't just
Yeah.
hit bro up.
No, yeah, no, I got you for surely, man. He's definitely and he's coaching the kids and stuff too. He was coaching with me for a while, man. Not for me, but on side of me, man. So
Yeah.
surely, man, and he's from the city, man. That's definitely my dog, man. He was who I looked up to. You know what
Uh,
I mean? When I was in high school and middle school, he was one of the D linemen that I looked up to from the city that made it. You know what I mean? I was training with him since I was young. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So no, that's definitely my dog, man, from the city. So that's definitely somebody good to talk to.
For sure,
big
man.
time.
So yeah, that's it, man. Hey, shout out to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, making it to the sit down, man. So yeah, big shout out, ED,
Pittsburgh
man.
legend for sure.
Appreciate you, bro. Hey, y'all already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and see y'all next time.
Yes, sir.